Welcome to the talk show where the high stakes collide. Best of five
All right, I really fucked up the timing this week, so we're just gonna sit here for 5 minutes as a punishment. Oh, never mind. It's gonna start over. All right. Anyway, here we go. Ooh.
Oh yeah, doing the up and down technique.
Yeah, I've seen it done. It's a real thing. First of all, before we get everything started, Automatic, it's a pleasure to see you again, man. How are you doing?
Swell.
Swell?
I'm doing really good. Okay.
Swell. All swell that
Played a
ends
lot of Street
swell.
Fighter 6 in the past 3 days, and I'm doing great.
Condolences. I know exactly how you feel.
Fantastic.
I know exactly how you're feeling.
How are you?
Honestly, I'm also swell. We'll get into some Street Fighter 6 a little bit later. But welcome everybody to another episode of the Best of 5. We're back to the robe. I just took a shower and it was a really hot shower because I guess something's wrong with my hot water. It's just going at like full blast. So now I'm cold. So I put on a fucking robe, even though it's in the middle of the summer over here. But it's another episode of Best of 5. We're staying alive. We're gonna talk about Homelander and Mortal Kombat 1 very briefly because I played him a little bit during the day today, and honestly, I had a blast. I had actual fun playing a fighting game for the first time in a while. And we'll talk about
Mortal Kombat, huh?
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
I said Mortal Kombat, huh?
Yeah, I'm having fun with it, man. I am very apprehensive about playing it more because I don't want it to turn into all the other fighting games and how I feel about them.
Oh, that's what I did with Tekken. Like, I don't want to get too good at Tekken because I think better I get at it, the more I'm not going to like it. So I just stay right where I'm at.
Yeah, no, although the thing with Mortal Kombat is I think because there's like all the extra stuff, right? Like there's the fatalities and the brutalities and stuff. I feel like I'm always trying to do like something. Like specifically, like I think the entire goal that I had for the stream I did during the day playing Homelander is I wanted to hit a brutality, and I did, and it felt good. And then I turned the game off.
You just quit while you're ahead.
Yes. Also, Automatic, thank you so much for resubbing for 6 months in a row. Give yourself a round of applause.
Automatic, you did it.
Yeah. Also, hello. I see Later Ragan, Pathos, and Super Combo. I hope y'all are doing well out there. My hair is a fucking mess. I apologize. But let's get out of these topics because we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat. We're going to talk about DreamHack and all the drama that happened and like all the dumb bullshit that happened that I just want to address real quick. And then we're going to bitch about Street Fighter 6. And then it's not all bad. It's not all bad. I feel like I've been very doom and gloom about Street Fighter 6, but you know, it's not all bad. And then I don't know if you saw, they announced the Challenger, the Here Comes the Next Challenger art contest. And so I grabbed a couple that I thought were really funny, and we're going to do a block grab on them. So we're going to admire art because Capcom is stealing everybody else's art. I'm always so apprehensive about that stuff, but we'll talk about that when we get there. First, Homelander. Mortal Kombat 1 got released today. They did a combat cast yesterday showing off. He's a very bizarre character. What's really funny is when you don't play the game and you see him, he plays like Storm. He looks like he plays like Storm from Marvel vs. Capcom. He can fly, and you can actually control his flight like Storm in Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't think I've ever seen that in like something outside of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Does he like build meter and run away and go, oh?
No, it's just a flight. Although he is really good at zoning though. He's got eye lasers for days. And he's so interesting because like a lot of his combos that like they introduce you to with like the combo trials and stuff, it's literally like button cancel into flight, another button cancel into flight again, and then start doing shit. It's like it's very like bizarrely challenging and satisfying. It's really cool. And you know, I was talking about how the entire goal of the stream this morning that I did, well, this afternoon, because I started late. I was too busy watching Hamad play Street Fighter 6, and I was fascinated Both because like he was really good at like saying shit and then backing up what he said. Where he would be like, this guy's just guessing. Watch this. I'm going to hit medium punch, and then I'm going to back away, and they're going to do an EXDP. And then he did, and it happened. And it was like, oh.
Yep.
It's like, yep, that's Street Fighter 6 for you. But anyway, so I started a little late, and this is a clip. I got a clip from the stream just because, like, I did the brutality, and then I kind of regretted doing the brutality a little bit because it was, you know. But anyway, I'll just let you watch this. Here you go. There it goes. Ooh, I did that by accident. Now I'm dead. Look at that full screen confirmed. Yeah. I did it. The immediate look of regret on my face. Ow. And that's a nod to The Boys. Like that's some, I don't know if you've watched The Boys at all, but that's something he does in the show. Where he just claps somebody's head and like their brains just fly out. But anyway, I thought that was real fun. And then like I watched that clip back because like in the back of my mind I was like, okay, that's a clip. And then I watched it back and like the look on my face of disgust as like the person is writhing on the ground was like, oh yeah. That's Mortal Kombat, baby. Have you thought more about Mortal Kombat at all? Like, have you touched it at all?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough.
I watch Casual Tay from Mobileverse. I look at his clips every now and then, and I watch them to see him be funny, but I really don't look at the gameplay that much. It seems like Mortal Kombat's been kind of going through it. I hope they pull through it, but I haven't been paying attention to it.
So I'm obviously like not like too connected into the scene, so I don't know like all the like most of the ins and outs. But from what I hear from the grapevines of both Twitter and I watched some Ketchup and Mustard and at Texas Showdown, I talked to a couple people who were playing. It seems like they're moving in the right direction. Like the game started off okay, and then it kind of went in a weird direction that nobody really liked, and now like they're starting to find their stride. And I think it's gonna like because it's such a crazy departure from the previous one, and I don't think they've ever had like the style of play is so different for a Mortal Kombat game that I think it's just going to take people a little bit to get used to. But the stuff that they've been doing with the cameo fighters is super interesting. Like the new cameo fighters, I think have been so interesting. Like Janet Cage is an actual puppet, like a puppet character. Like you call her in and then she like does what you say. It's crazy. They have, what is it? The new one, Farah. She basically is a stance. Where like you press the assist button and then she gets on your back and your character plays completely different for while she's on your back. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's so interesting. And like the utility is so cool because like you get like armor moves and you get like a command grab out of it. You also get like some types of reversal that your character normally wouldn't have. So it's super duper interesting, and like the utility of the cameo fighters is like getting really, really good, I think. So I'm very apprehensive about spending more time playing the game because I don't want it to be like, you know, the other games I play, as in like how sad I am when I play them.
Keep it in the fun zone.
Yeah, so I'm staying away from it for a little bit. I'll maybe play it on stream here and there, but you know what? Learning Homelander was so fun though. That character is crazy. It's very interesting. It's like very like out of the box thinking, which I appreciate a lot. Speaking of thinking, DreamHack was this past weekend. I'm not going to go over much of the tournament because, you know, you guys know how I feel about the EWC stuff. And, of course, that was like a big part of the EWC. So I'm not going to actually go over the tournament. However, there were a couple of things that I think we need to discuss that came out of it. First, and this one is a little bit of something that I was worried about for quite a while, and it's finally happening. It's finally happening. I heard through the grapevine from some people that went that if you were not playing Street Fighter or Tekken, you were kind of like an afterthought, right? Which is very unfortunate, especially like for the people who traveled, like if you were playing Guilty Gear, if you were playing Grand Blue. And I specifically went to somebody who goes by Silent. He's an Austin guy, You might know him best as Jack Ingoff, the the KOF. That he's a really good KOF. Like, he's constantly in like top 4s for KOF and top 3s for Uni 2.
Mr. Ingoff.
Yeah, Mr. Ingoff, dude. And this was his response. Like, he said, "Man, the setups at DreamHack suck." And I asked, "Why is that?" And he goes, "I've been dropping combos all day. We don't have the end zones like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken. So if you were playing a game that is not Street Fighter 6 or Tekken, you were playing on like a 10-year-old Asus monitor." Yeah, that worries me a lot. And look, TOing is hard, right? Like you're talking about resources. You're talking about like a lot of shit that I can't even fathom right now of being a TO. But I would like to think that this is a bit of an oversight, especially like, with everything going on. As far as like all of the support that the event has gotten, kind of like just throwing a bunch of communities to the side like that is, that makes me feel a little bit bad. And I'm sure there's a very valid reason for why that happened, or maybe there's not. I don't know. I don't work there. I don't know. I don't know what your Bailey was going through, but that hurt to read. Right?
Yeah.
I never want to see something like that where like an entire like subsect of the community is just given the shit end of the stick because they're not Street Fighter 6 or Tekken, right?
Yep. It makes me even more happier that Zaffarino is starting to steer away from Jamie.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I'm happy about that. Because on top, like just the whole tournament environment, you don't know if you're gonna have a good setup. Is the sound gonna be desynced from what you're used to? Is it gonna be 120 hertz? Is it gonna be a PC? Is it gonna be a console? Is the PlayStation 2 hot? And then on top of that, you got 2 out of 3 format and a character who requires all this work. I was like, man, pick that. Please pick Akuma. I'm doing it. I'm gonna pick some Akuma.
Oh yeah, you're switching to Akuma.
I'm officially no, but I'm probably gonna play him a lot more.
Gotcha. Man,
content Akuma, Jamie's still pretty good.
Akuma's crouching medium kick pisses me off. I hate it. Why I hate it, I don't know. It's just like a gut feeling that I have every time I see that move on screen.
Yeah,
and
I think it's exactly the same as the other.
Yeah,
like I think Ken's his and Ken's have the same reach. It's pretty much,
and they all like it's 100% guaranteed you're gonna get canceled into drive rush on hit or on block. Whenever you get hit by it. But anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to it. The other thing that happened at DreamHack, and this one was not like, and this was something that I think is very preventable from both sides, right? Because I'll tell you what the thing is, and then we'll talk about it. So, Tekken was one of the EWC qualifiers, so big tournament. A lot of non-FGC esports orgs have been picking up FGC people thanks to the Esports World Cup Foundation esports support program or whatever. It's something that I've gone over. They essentially, the Esports World Cup people are trying to incentivize esports organizations to branch out and go into other esports games. And they're doing that by doing what the Saudis know best, giving people money. So they promised up to like 6 figures for teams to pick up new players and try and they say sustainable on their mission statement, but we all know what that means. To pick up like people or like teams or get involved into esports that they're not normally with. So JDCR got picked up by one of those teams named Carmine Corps. Who is like I think it's a French organization that like some guy just like had the money to put up and then they got big, which was like great. But with something that I did not think about and something that we all kind of experienced this weekend is with all of these outside teams dipping their toes into the FGC to try to get some of that money, also comes their audience. So a very unfortunate thing happened at DreamHack this past weekend with Apologies. Very unfortunate thing happened at DreamHack. We're gonna
like, where's Tasty Steve's here?
Yep. I wish. No, I'm kidding. But a very unfortunate thing happened at DreamHack. It was I think it was like either the game solidifying the top 8 or like one of the few games before top 8. And this happened. JDCR up one. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Both. This was JDCR versus AK. Both JDCR and AK up a game, and this is first to 2. And it's final round, like double Luigi situation. Here's what happened.
Yeah, that's gonna catch him out of the air.
You're in the air.
Not dead, but this situation is not looking good for AK. Heat dash.
In with the wall. Oh, no. Oh, no.
It says player 2. I'm not sure.
So, that happened. It was later found out that none of the controllers on stage were the culprit. It was another controller. So, JDCR, with the game-winning combo, this happens, and the rules are, if it's a third party and none of the controllers are the ones that caused it, you got to replay the round.
That's so, yeah, that's, I don't know how that made it past QA.
Yep. And unfortunately, JDCR did not beat AK after that. And then JDCR was eliminated in the losers bracket afterwards. So that sucks. The situation sucks. I think the rules kind of suck, but they are the rules. That's what everybody agreed to. What I think was really out of whack was the response that people gave to Jabali. Specifically, a lot of Carmine Core dick writers decided to harass the shit out of Jabali. So, like, a bunch of people who don't know anything about the FGC just got pissed because, you know, their team got, understandably so, like, kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it when you get all like pitchforks and knives, you just find somebody you want to, you know, be mad at?
Yeah.
And he's the face of it, so he's gonna take the brunt of the damage.
Yeah. So, like, that I think was something that, like, genuinely, like, really made me sad. Both because, you know, I don't think it's a secret that, you know, I think Jabali's like one of the better TOs that we have, and I think he does a lot for our scene. And I think he also very much owned up to the fact that sucked, and he's going to do better and he's going to try his best to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. But still, like, getting harassment, and to the point where, like, Jabali had to put this out. Yeah, sorry, friends. Gonna private my Twitter for the night. I feel terrible for the end result for JDCR and will help him attend future qualifiers for another chance, but the amount of death threats and crazy things being said to me are pretty horrendous. So, that's not okay. And I never would have thought that, like, bringing in an external audience would be such a detriment. That sucks. And, you know, like, I don't think, and of course, like, you know, this also, like, spawned, like, some weird conversation on Twitter happened over this shit, but, like, I didn't even want to get involved because that stuff was just wild. But, like, why? I don't understand. Maybe it's just, like, a generational thing where, like, once cyberbullying became a thing that adults knew about, they started trying to get kids to stop it, but because they told kids to stop it, kids would do it more. So, like, this is a sadly, like, very regular occurrence whenever something, like, controversial or shitty happens. And I don't understand why or how. But with that said, though, this story isn't all gloom and doom. Jabali being the person that he is, he tends to, like, take things on the chin and still, like, kind of keep on going with things, which I really admire, and I hope to be as resilient and, I was gonna say powerful, but I don't know if powerful is the right word. I don't know, as resilient and tenacious as Jabali is to do the best for the community. He tweeted this out after the event. Human errors aside and mistakes we'll learn from, I'm damn proud of everyone this weekend and what was accomplished in such a short time frame. Thank you to everyone that came out to easily the best DreamHack I've ever been a part of. My 33rd one. Next up, DreamHack Sweden. Then CEO 2024. So I'm happy to see Jabali doing well in spite of all of the bullshit that he's had to go through these past couple of days. And I wish there was something we could do about like this shitty harassment, death threat tradition that's overtaken social media.
Yeah, you hear it all the time about tournaments when like it's almost like it's built for the viewer, but the in-person experience, just a lot of room for error. Mm-hmm. And then when something happens for the viewer, that makes it even worse. But I will say though that the DreamHack Street Fighter 6 tournament, I don't mean to segue for you, but
go for it.
I actually enjoyed. It was like the first time I actually enjoyed the matches. I've yet to watch the top 8, but leading up to top 8, typically it takes effort to pay attention to Street Fighter 6 matches for me. But I was genuinely interested in watching it.
Yep. Before I'm going to address what you just said, but first I wanted to address something in the chat. Shayon says, I don't think that esports teams deserve the shit talks they're getting because of some awful fans. Every big sports and esports team has that. Sure. However, Carmine Corp didn't even put out a statement saying, hey, don't harass the fucking TO. That's literally the minimum that they could have done, and they didn't do that. So, look, at some point, somebody has to say something, and that's why I was kind of upset that like nothing was said by anybody. And even JDCR himself posted, was like, hey guys, it's okay, I'm fine. So, but anyway, to your point about the DreamHack matches, did you feel the same about Combo Breaker the week before?
Yeah, I'd say so. And maybe a little bit of it is just a different patch, so you're gonna expect to see things you haven't seen before, and you don't know what you could. Like what there is to see with the new patch, but the game overall, I think the damage reduction to like drive rush cancels and little tweaks they made to reduce the like high opportunity, high damage, high everything, reducing that, I see more player interaction, and I like that.
Nice. And so let's get into it. Street Fighter Season 2. I know we were kind of both in the hospital before the patch came out, where we were like, man, at least I hope Season 2 isn't going to be like this. So, now that we've spent 2 weeks? 1 week? I don't even know.
Has it been 2 weeks? I feel like it's been like 4 days.
I don't even remember.
Whatever Combo Breaker was, like 2 days or something before that.
Yeah. Well, you know, while we don't know how long we've had the patch, we know that Steve, Ace King Offsuit Jurek, has been subscribed for 76 months. So, thank you, Steve. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the org could have at least said something. But that's all I'll say about that. Let's move on to Street Fighter 6, or else I'm just gonna be here saying the same thing over and over again. Especially because, you know, like the people are a fan of the fucking team. They're not fans of JDCR. They didn't even know who he was until this weekend. Let's be real. But anyway, that aside, we've had the new patch for a while. A lot of the changes looked promising and eye-opening when we first looked at it. After however long we've had, how are you feeling about the patch and Street Fighter 6 in general?
I think the direction is the right one. It's the you know how you get like a waypoint, like you go this way, they're going that way. I don't think they're at the quest part yet though, but they are on the right path, I think, in overall reducing the amount of oppressive offense. It still is the same. I think the game is largely the same, but they're dialing it back a little bit.
Yeah. No, I feel largely the same. Like it's an improvement, but it's still like every time I play and I just get like drive rush, crouching medium kick, drive rush into fucking level 3, like I just like a bit of me dies inside, right? And something that I've kind of come to the conclusion of, for me personally, is that I love this game. I think Street Fighter 6 is a fucking great game. However, the meta sucks ass. It is so fucking boring and stupid where like and I don't know if it's just like because of the people I'm playing, because I'm just playing on ranked or like whatever level I'm in, but literally it's, and I've watched, and when I was watching Hamad, and this is probably why I like got stuck watching Hamad this morning and this afternoon, is he was kind of going through the same thing where like he was playing Shine, right? Both great players, both very well-known players. They've done, like, they know what they're doing. The entire time, Hamad standing in one spot, Shine walking backwards.
Yeah.
Right. And that happens so much. It's like, it's so difficult to, like, get people to engage in this game, because all it is like you either walk backwards and fish, so you're like pressing buttons at full screen just in case the other person like drive rushes or some shit, or you drive rush yourself. It's literally like a fucking like what's it, like an old Western standoff until like somebody does something, and it's so boring. It's so boring.
That's at the end of the day, that's the problem. Is it compelling? Is it interesting? Is the way they get to their oppressive offense feel deserved?
No,
oftentimes no. Oftentimes it'd be like a random scramble. Oops, I jumped. But if you watch the match between Dual Kevin and Goichi at DreamHack, you can see how the game, like if that was the game, it'd be really good. That was the best Street Fighter 6 match I probably ever saw.
I'm gonna have to see it.
There was so much neutral patience, like just firing off reactionary whiff punishes, meter management. I was like, wow, this is a good game. What they're doing, that's really good. But the issue is that you can take both of those players and put them up against a good player who plays a different play style that's really nutty, and then it would look like a really dumb game.
Yeah.
So it's like those. It's so hard to play that solid, consistent way against people who aren't, basically.
Yeah, and I think what's really annoying about that specifically is I don't think I would normally like feel jaded or like upset about that, but because it's like that's the way that the game is being played, and it's being played by a large number of people that way, you can tell it's not intended, because some characters just don't play that game.
Yeah, or they don't play it nearly as well.
Yeah. Like, for example,
Jamie.
Like, and Manon doesn't even have a fucking drive rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, her drive rush is data verified the worst drive rush in the game. Even Zangief has a better drive rush. Lily has a better drive rush. So, it's like, it feels like everybody's playing the game at full screen and Manon can't.
Oh, man. Ken, you brought up Shine, man. I played Shine. I stopped streaming because after our match, after I played Shine, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I don't gotta do this no more. Because I want to play good players, but I don't feel like I'm playing good players even when I'm playing good players.
Yeah.
I'm just playing mechanics. I'm fighting against what the game can do, not what they're thinking about. Like, sometimes it feels like the choices are just laid out for you, and you can just work with that. And it's like, I'm not granted access to our, chess part of the game.
Yeah.
Same thing with meters, and it's like the obvious situation is your opponent's in burnout. They're in the corner. They don't have super. So you do a guaranteed DI. It's like, and then the counterpoint to that is, well, you spent too much drive gauge, so you deserved it. Sometimes that's not even true.
Yep.
Sometimes that's just not true.
You get punished for blocking.
Maybe you spent a little bit, and then you got punish countered, and then you got hit with a DI, you got hit with a level 3, now all your gauge is gone. Or you blocked too much. You might have blocked too much. And then it's like, oh yeah, well, you shouldn't have blocked too much, boomer.
Yeah.
Should have done an uppercut. Should have jumped. Should have mashed on wake up. Should have perfect parried. Oh man, the perfect parry nerf is a whole other. That's a interesting.
I feel like that didn't fix anything. I thought it would, but it didn't.
I think it made things worse.
Yeah.
I think it should have been nerfed alongside Drive Rush being nerfed too. They nerfed the defensive mechanic, the best one. The probably, in my opinion, the lesser of all evils.
Yeah.
But they nerfed the one that could stop all the offense and turn it around, which wasn't very healthy, but at least you could at least swap positions, sorta. And so now it doesn't do damage. You don't get a lot of drive gauge damage out of it. You pretty much just get a knockdown, maybe a side switch, and then if you got a level 3, you can get decent damage out of it.
Yeah. No, and to add to your point about being stuck in the corner or something, and going off of my point about how people just walk backwards, like I feel like this game like rewards you for like walking yourself into the corner, because then it's literally like rock paper scissors lasers shotgun, where it's like, oh, is this person gonna wake up DP, or are they gonna do a wake up super? Are they gonna DI? Or are they gonna try to perfect parry? So like there's so
typically
many...
that's a tough thing. when you walk your opponent to the corner, but then they throw you into the corner. Typically, that's kind of how it goes. Like with Guile, traditionally, it takes a while to get to him, and then when you do get to him, you gotta see. I don't know what's he gonna do. Is he gonna do a flash kick? Is he gonna? What is he gonna? What's he gonna do?
Yeah. However, perfect parry kind of ruins all of that.
Yeah, everybody has a little bit of that now.
Yeah.
Perfect parry, back throw, punish counter, can't recover backwards.
Yeah, that I think is like what kind of drives me crazy, because then it's like I just walked like a Ken to the corner, and now the motherfucker's running away again.
Oh yeah, fireball drive rush Ken, heavy punch, boom.
Yep. And then it's like I get tired of like doing like the crouch block or the walking block, and then I get hit by a fucking like full screen fierce.
Oh man, and the proximity guard on down medium kick is just enough so you can't walk backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think you and I are both like kind of in the same place when it comes to this game. But I think the one bright side to all of this is like at least they're moving in the correct direction. Somehow, somewhat.
Yeah.
Something that they didn't. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I feel like our medical bills are gonna go through the fucking roof.
But I guess we should explain. Like, the hospital is something that I kind of I said it because sometimes people ask me questions, which I invite, and I like that and I appreciate it. Sometimes when I'm in a match and things are not going well, and I'm in a bad place mentally, and then somebody asks me a question, it reminds me of somebody in a hospital bed when they have like the full body cast, one leg raised up, and they're just stuck, and they're just like, "Hey, so why is DJ's jab the fastest in the game?" I'm kind of busy here. I can't address this stupid question right now. I'm just, leave me alone. I'm in the hospital. That's where it comes from.
I've just kind of like appropriated that for myself as well. So I just thought it was so funny when I heard it the first time. It's like, wait, you're in the hospital? Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But you know what I think they need to do? And I've had this thought for a while. I've thrown it to a couple people, and I feel like some people agree with me. I think they just need to treat Drive Rush like FADC, where if it's on block, you're not plus.
Yeah.
I think that would fix a lot. I think that would fix a lot because and you can argue it's like, oh, it costs 3 bars to cancel in the Drive Rush. Yeah, you spent 3 bars and you didn't get punished.
Or you maintain the frame advantage of the original normal. So if it's a plus on block normal, you can still do it. So Akuma's stand medium punch will be +1 instead of +5.
Yeah, or if it's like something like -1, you're still -1 after you do it, right? Like I feel like that would be something that is. I feel like that would make the game a lot better when it comes to like the issues I've been having with Drive Rush. However, like I don't know how you would do that without like messing up the actual combos. I guess when you get a hit, you get extra frames anyway, so I think it works. So I don't know.
Yeah, you could also just reduce the block stun. It can be +2 instead of +4 on block. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like I'm just so tired of like feeling like I am working so hard. And of course, like the secondary character I picked up was Jamie, so like I'm not doing any better than with a secondary character there. Yeah. But honestly, what's really funny is like playing Jamie after playing Manon, it feels like Jamie has the fucking world. He has a crouching medium kick that reaches kind of far and you can cancel into. Shit.
You need to play Akuma and see what the other people are like. Wow, this game's pretty good.
I don't
know what's wrong with these Jamie and Manon players.
I feel like if I play Akuma, like I'm gonna play him like twice and then be like, all right, I'm done. No more. Just because I will become. I will become what I have hated.
That'll be the new challenge. Have fun while playing Akuma and winning. That'll be the ultimate boomer challenge for me. Oh God, I'm winning. Jeez.
Well, look, something that I think is very positive is that in a very like non-Western world announced Capcom TV show, they had the director and the producer Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san show up, and they announced that they will be doing more frequent updates for the game.
Good.
So hopefully we will. And you know what's funny? I thought I genuinely thought coming into Street Fighter 6 that like when they announced that they're only going to do like one patch a year or whatever, that would be a good thing. But man, I struggled. I struggled after a while, man. And I don't know if it's the character I play or what. But
it's also, I mean, I wonder what the statistics are on when they made fighting games and then released a new version like UMVC 3 from Marvel 3. What was the time frame in between that? And was it more than it took for Street Fighter season? Well, I don't know if it's season 2 officially, but the latest update, how long did it take for them to do that? That just felt like they were worried about messing up a patch. Yeah. And then Capcom Cup happens and they don't have a game that's good to display. Yeah. That feels more like a safety play than anything else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like not willing to. They want us to take risks all the time in neutral and knockdowns and waking up, but they don't want to take risks on changing the game up. Okay, all right, fair enough. Business decision.
Yeah. Although you know what's interesting is apparently the word like the rumor mill turn is that we're gonna see some Street Fighter announcements this Friday at the Summer Games Fest.
They're going to announce drive reversal is going to be faster, and you can punish people when they do low forward in a drive rush cancel, and they can't block in time. And you don't have to guess because you can't actually react after the screen freeze, and they actually do it in time. So you got to do it before the screen freeze. And if they don't drive rush cancel, you just waste 2 bars instead, and then you get some white health damage. But they can recover their white health even if you hit them, right? I believe that's correct. So white health just is what's the word? Inconsequential, and you just reset neutral.
Yep. You know what else pisses me off so much? I feel like Manon got the shit, dude. When you're talking about driver reversals, I think Manon got the worst end of the stick because all of her mediums are 7 startup.
You mean like baiting?
Yeah, like if you block a drive reversal, she can't punish with standing medium punch or crouching medium punch anymore.
Oh.
And her jabs don't reach that far. Like she got fucked, and her heavy command grab, which is 5 frame startups, is so inconsistent. It's so inconsistent.
Well,
and if you
look at the good, look at the French fries side up. Okay, I just made that up. You have them in a mix. You know, you could do a command grab or make them think you're gonna command grab and jump. You know, you're still plus, bro.
Yeah, it's yeah. You know, I don't know. I will say this though. I will say this. I have been playing Street Fighter 6 more than I have last month. This month I have played a lot more Street Fighter 6 than I have last month. So
yep.
I think that kind of speaks for itself.
Yep.
Before we move on to our final segment, which is going to be a block grab, which I'm very excited, by the way. Like some of the art contest stuff is really, really cool. And I'm excited to show some of that off. Steve spent some channel points to ask a question. And he said, what IP/franchise would you and only you like to see made into a fighting game?
You first. I don't got nothing. I'm thinking.
Let me think.
That happens so frequently for the things that I like.
Yeah. You ever watch it? There was this movie that it literally like kind of lends itself to like the rumor that Hollywood is just like a money laundering scheme. There was a movie called Food Fight where they got like a bunch of like market brands and they try to like kind of rip off Toy Story but with a supermarket. And like Charlie Sheen was in it and like there's a couple of other like really big names in it. It doesn't make sense. The movie was ass. But I'd love to see shit like that, like a Starkist Tuna versus a fucking like Sunny D.
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah. Damn, that's a good one. You win.
I rest my case.
You win. Yeah, you win.
This kind of explains itself.
All right, let's go to our final segment. It's a block grab. If you sing along if you know the words. If you don't remember, we're just gonna play. I'm gonna play the intro to block grab, and then we're all gonna make Akuma raging demon noises, and then we'll get into it. Ready? Here we go.
Ready. Move. Push.
Sorry. I really like just a whoo. Celebrity Deathmatch is already a game according to Steve. I guess we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to play it. But anyway, we're in block grab now. We did the thing. So, Street Fighter announced that they are having a Street Fighter 6 Here Comes a New Challenger art contest where you can submit your art and it will be featured in the game. That's cool. The not cool part is, you know, if you read the terms and conditions, it's basically like if you submit art, it's ours and we can do whatever we want and it's no longer yours. We are the authors of it. Fuck you. So contests like that are always like such a weird double-edged sword. However, with that said, there's some really cool stuff coming out of it. So I wanted to highlight a couple of people and a couple of things. So we're going to do a block grab. If you like what you see, you grab. If you don't like it, you block, and then you explain why. So the first one is from at Marumia_NFT on Twitter. This was their art. And honestly, I think this is so fucking cool. I would love art like this. This is a grab for me. What do you think?
Grab looks like Bomberman.
Oh, it do. It do.
I think the mouth, not to get too like, you know, what do I know about art? But the mouth portion, kind of, or is he wearing a helmet?
I think that's his mouth, but I totally see what you mean. After you said it's like Bomberman, that totally looks like a face shield or something.
That part, it's like his tongue goes to the bottom of his jaw. Other than that, it looks great. I mean, that's a stylistic choice, I'm sure. But
yeah, no, dude, I love this. I love like the art style. Like this is right up my alley. So that's a big grab for me. See everybody in the chat throwing some grabs as well. So all around grab. Next, this is like one of my top 5 for the stuff that I picked. This is from at Rare Jackalope on Twitter. It's 1,000% I would use that. So that's a grab for me. What do you think?
Sonic Boomer. Boomers. Yeah, it's good. Grab it.
Hell yeah. I would have. There's a part of me that wishes there was like just a family man on the apron, but like Sonic Boomer is also really funny, so I'm into it. And then Steve says he lives next to Sonic Boomer now, so grab. Next, this is Hey Donna, but it's like Hey, it's spelled Hey Hey, and then Dhana. Hey Donna, on Twitter, and this again another one of my favorites. I'm grabbing this one.
Grab free easily.
Dude, he's so adorable. It kind of reminds me of something like Adventure Time or something. I've never watched Adventure Time, but I feel like this would be an Adventure Time character.
Look at his cute nose. I want to pinch it.
This is so good. That's a big grab. I'm seeing lots of dude. This is how you know like a lot of these people are really talented. It's like we're both like yeah, grab. Everybody in the chat's like I just see grabs. This next one. This one was really cool. This is from Seo Hyun 9A. SEO_Hyun HYUN 9A on Twitter. It's a pretty interesting Jamie sketch. I love like the line art for it, right? Like his hair flowing, like and it kind of matches like the flowiness of his clothing too. Like I'm a big fan, so that's a grab for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks really amazing, and the attention to detail on the hair. But it's Jamie, so I gotta block it, man. Fuck him. He fucking sucks, man. He's a stupid ass character. He sucks. Everything he does is terrible. The neutral's whack. His Oki's whack. He's got a drink. No. Big block for me.
It's so crazy to hear you say that because like every time I play Jamie, it's like holy shit, I can like drink full screen to force people to like go in. From the haves to the haves not. Next. This is another Geef one. This is from FBarnes99 on Twitter. This one's really, really good. This is a grab from me. Absolutely a grab from me.
I thought he was doing the wrestling move Boston Crab. Like the Lion Tamer, like Chris Jericho and that's what I thought he was doing to somebody, and I was like, "Who is that? Z? Is that a robot? He's riding a go-kart."
Dude, I would absolutely like if we can get like a go-kart version of Street Fighter, kind of like how they had like MK Kart or whatever it was called. Like there was a in one of the Mortal Kombats they had like a kart racing game in it, and it was so fun. I actually made a bunch of friends online, and like we still kind of keep in touch. So that shit was great. But anyway, if we got that in Street Fighter, like sold. I love the game. But I love F Barnes' art, so it's a total grab, and it's a grab from everybody. It's a grab from everybody. Yeah, the only block so far was the Jamie one from you and from Steve, because he said he was giving Inuyasha. I don't know what any of that means. Next, another Guile one. This one, hilarious. It's from Nerda GS, Nairda GS on Twitter. It's kind of terrifying. I feel like just for the mental damage you're giving people when they see this, I'm grabbing.
Sheesh.
Where are you at?
Oh man, it looks great. Yeah, I like it. Grab.
Dude, that like
some of them I want to block just to be different, but that's too good.
Dude, like the chin, the square jaw is like driving me insane. I hate it, but I love it.
It's like a Ren and Stimpy adult combined with Attack on Titan face.
That's such a. I never thought that those two would be things that I would hear and agree with, but it do.
No cool. That's what it is. Yeah,
dude, it's so good. Next is an Aki one. It's from Kachu. Holy shit, Steve! I now understand every time you try to read names off, and you were like, "I'm sorry, I can't read." Now I understand. Kachi Risu, KACHIRISU on Twitter. Here is their Aki. What do you think?
Man, did you pick any bad ones?
Maybe. I don't know. I literally like just went down the list and started picking a couple of them. Some of them were from our Discord as well. Also, shout outs to Steve for picking a couple of these.
This was good, but it's unlike the other ones. It feels like it's too honest. It doesn't have like a gimmick to it. You know, it just looks nice.
Is that not enough? It can.
Exactly
it's your
right.
block grab. It's your block grab.
Block it. I'll block it.
Okay, I'm gonna block it because fuck Aki. Character has like
that was beautiful. The art's great.
Yeah, no, the art is amazing. Just I don't like the character. It's a grab on the art, block on the character. Next, this one is one of my favorites. Again, this is another one of those where like I would absolutely pick it if I picked this character. This is Mimic _ Hitosix HITOSICKS on Twitter, and it's a throwback to a movie.
So that one's pretty good.
It's so good. It's the Jackie Chan face. Oh, that's a grab from me, 1000%. Another one where like I would pick this and like just to see the mental damage on people when they see this.
That one's hilarious. It's a commercial they did with Jackie Chan with Justice Chun-Li.
Yeah,
I block it. That was too much.
Dude, what's crazy is like they even got like depth of field, right? Like the hand is a little blurry.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. Like that's good attention to detail right there.
Yep.
There we go. Steve talking about Rule 34. Steve, what are you doing? Steve, you're a dad. Next, this one's from MetaMeeks. This one's I'm just gonna show it to you. But MetaMeeks is somebody who is on the video team for Combo Breaker and Evo, so they are a very talented video maker. And this is what they had to input for this. It's Kimberly Chan.
Good job.
I'm blocking because fuck this. It's terrifying. I mean that in a good way. It's terrifying.
Or is that Kimberly?
Yeah, that's Kimberly.
Oh.
That's why I said Kim Chan.
Oh, yeah. I'm blocking that, bro. Looks amazing. Looks great.
Also, I think she's supposed to be holding a spray paint can, I think, but why does it look like the fucking Chrysler building in New York?
No, that's probably her radio that she jams out to.
Oh, that makes way more sense. That makes way more sense.
You're sounding like a O and an I'm stupid at the same time.
I mean, am I wrong? Both of those are true right now. Like, why does my brain work this way? Here, next one is from Sunmate _art. This is another one that like really makes me want like a go-kart Street Fighter 6. Absolutely, that's a grab from me.
Man, if you showed me this one before the Geef one, I would have grabbed it. But this one looks like imitation from the last one.
Is it?
It's cool though.
Let me see if I can find the Geef one. There it is.
That one looks way better.
Does it? I don't know. I like the fact that there's a track and like you can see like the little winds. I'm with it.
And also, it reminds me of DJ Drive Rush. You know he's gonna be busted in Super Street Fighter go-kart racing. You can't get DJ in his go-kart out of here.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. He doesn't even need a go-kart. He can just drive rush and like that's the race.
Besides sad go-kart Zangief expression.
Speaking of sad Geef go-kart expression, here's a jury one from Lineni, Lineni on Twitter. I love this one. This is a total grab. This one's so good.
I think I gotta grab that one. It's the frowny face and the I think it's a chibi style, I think.
Yeah, and like the shine from the eye from the Feng Shui engine too behind the sunglasses. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a tricycle.
It's a tricycle, even better. I'm in. This is so good.
All right, you got it. Yeah, I'm grabbing that.
It's really good. And speaking of jury, here's from Clobberin' Time, but time is spelled Thyme, like the herb. So this one's from Clobberin' Time. This is a block from me, dog.
That's a nah, man. Nah, I'm good. Nah, dog, get me out of here. I'm alt F4ing on that match.
Yeah, dude, the fucking lollipop is melting too. It's so gross. It's so gross. I don't understand why that's a thing. But anyway. And last but not least, in my opinion, the one that is the only option to win this entire contest is this one from an anonymous entry. And it's DJ Drive Rushing. This is 1,000% a grab. Honestly, if this doesn't win, I'm going to riot. What do you think?
Did you make this?
Me?
Okay, if you made it, it's a block. But if 5-year-old in kindergarten made it, I grab it.
What's the difference?
The reasonable amount of skill displayed.
Come on, man. Of course I fucking
great
did.
for a
And of course
5-year-old.
it's a grab. Fuck you. That shit took me like an hour. I did it on stream too. It took me like an hour.
I knew it.
Yeah, I was using Paint 3D. And then after I made it, I was expecting it to look way worse than it is. And after I made it, I was like, okay, I actually kind of like this. So then I went and photoshopped it into the template.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know, man, dude. This is genuinely, I'm like way prouder of this than I think I should be. I think it's
he's got Alex feet from Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Did you copy and paste his feet and then did you make one foot and then copy it to the next leg?
Yes. Absolutely, I did.
Nice.
And I think honestly, that's the only thing that I did copy and paste. That's the even funnier part. Dude, I don't know, man. Look, you see the texture? It's got like a yarn texture to it. I don't know, man. I like it. I like the texture to it. Mm-hmm. It's my desktop background from now on. And honestly, like I said, if it doesn't win, you know it's rigged. And Capcom can keep that one. All right, that was all I had. There was what was it? It was like 12, 15 of these. I don't remember how many I got. But there's some. Why does he look like Mr. Hanky from South Park? Does he? Oh no. Okay, I almost accidentally like deleted it. I don't know. I don't see it.
Not me either.
I don't see it.
I mean, there's the oval shape and the color brown.
Yeah, that was the only thing I could do. I was in paint. Also, like my other favorite part is like you can see the color of his skin underneath the jacket, and below the jacket are different.
No, he's right. I think Ace King is right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. I found a good one. Let me see if I can switch it over for you. This one. Can you see?
Yeah.
On my screen?
Yeah. Oh wait, can you move it to the can you move it to the can you move it to the left? It's like the picture, yeah. I don't know, man, the gloves are different.
Okay. Oh, shoot, my fault. I'm just clicking through all my slides here, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think it's perfect. Just like how I think DJ's drive rush is perfect. I don't. But anyway, that was our block grab. Honestly, like, I think seeing art and stuff like this is really, really cool, I think. I don't like that Capcom is, like, kind of getting art for free this way, but I also like that people are showing off their art. You know?
I'm into that.
Yeah, the prizes for these, by the way, are valued at $0. It is, you get your, so the way this contest works is they're going to pick 20. The Capcom dev team is going to pick 20. All 20 of those make it into the game. Then after they pick the 20, they're going to have an in-game vote, and the top 3 get the grand prize. Want to know what the grand prize is?
$1,000.
No, the prize is valued at $0.
You get a title in game.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So if yours is in the top 20, which mine will be, you get a title in the game and you get your art in the game. And then if it's chosen in the top 3 by the audience, you get another title.
So if they, I don't know if this is known yet, but if it's when it's in the game, you gotta pay for it.
I don't think so.
With drive tickets or
I don't know. I've never I've never paid attention to this stuff. But with that said, it's Capcom's. So if it wins and it sells for money, then you don't get any of it. Because that's the world we live in.
True.
Yep. But anyway, gotta end on the doom and gloom again. That's another episode of Best of 5. Everybody, thank you so much for joining.
All right, folks. Good night.
Corporations
Not
suck.
we'll be right back, or just like a segue to something.
Oh no!
All right, that's it. Nothing.
Yep.
Let's
We're
go.
leaving.
Out of here.
We're leaving. My name is Elon. You can follow us at Best of V Show everywhere. This is the legend Automatic. I was watching Eris, and I saw you got the Eris bump, where he was like, "Hey,
yeah,
your third strike stuff is cool." There we go.
That was nice. It made me feel bad because like 2 weeks ago, I was editing like 4 to 7 videos at once, uploading 2 or 3 a day. The patch came out, and now I'm just being a grumpy piece of crap. But I'm actually doing pretty well. My stream viewers and YouTube channel is doing great. I just got to get back on the YouTube horse. Nice. Just been,
hell yeah.
Yeah, gotta do
wonder
more.
what that feels like. No, I'm kidding.
It feels
right.
tired. I'm tired now.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm really tired too. That's the other reason why I'm wearing the robe is I don't feel great. But anyway, that's enough of all this. Let's go home. Automatic, thank you so much for joining us. I hope we'll be back next week. I mean, we will be back next week. I'll see you on the Streamland. I'll see you all in the cyberspace, in the YouTubes, and the TikToks, and the everything else. Let's try to stay out of the hospital.
Okay, goodbye.